All right, good day, everybody, and welcome to Headline Hits with LW. It is Thursday, September 22nd, 2022. Things in the news, a lot going on. Putin still threatening out there to use nukes, and he's just not playing around no more. So, just something to just pay attention to is what's going on over there in the Ukraine, Russia. And my estimation is it's just a matter of days before we start seeing things come out of China, talking about Taiwan. So we'll pay attention to that too. Let's go ahead and share the news. This was very sad. This was something that my dad actually shared with me yesterday. Very, very sad. So this gentleman here allegedly murdered Claire Ellingson and is now released on bail. So what this story here is about is Shannon Brandt, the 41-year-old accused of murdering 18-year-old Kayler Ellingson as being a supposed Republican extremist. He was freed Tuesday from the Stuntsman's County Jail in North Dakota. So my dad was telling me about this yesterday. He's like, "Did you hear about the guy who ran over the 18-year-old kid for being a Republican, MAGA Republican, however you want to say it?" I said, "No, I didn't hear about it." But here it is in the news cycle this morning. So why I'm pointing this out to you guys is I want you guys to realize something. They tried to hold Donald Trump responsible for what happened on J6. But if you go back to the Obama administration, Obama was the great divider. He wasn't the great uniter. He wasn't anything special. He was more of a divider than anything. When he came into office, he was able to come in and have more racial divide across this country than any other president, in my opinion. He came in, he talked about white supremacy. He highlighted all the stuff in the news about Trayvon Martin and other individuals that lost their lives unnecessarily, of course. But he stirred up his base. He stirred up racial divide in America. Now let's fast forward to about 3 weeks ago when Joe Biden hit the stage. His background looked like nothing short of the 1939-1940 Hitler speech that he gave to the Germans. And he came out and he said basically, mega Republicans are extremists. They're the enemy of the state. Now we fast forward to yesterday, September 21st, 2022. And this gentleman right here took it upon himself to get in a vehicle and to run over a 18-year-old kid that was suspected of being a Republican extremist. Now, I believe, it's my opinion, that Joe Biden should be held responsible for this, for that speech and for inciting this type of violence across our country. That's it for that headline, folks. I'm not real happy about it. All right, here's something else here. Another person that should be held responsible. So Trump supporters respond to Tim Ryan. Tim Ryan out of Ohio also needs to be held responsible for his inciting of violence and his rhetoric. He made a statement to kill and confront MAGA movement. The attendees at the Trump rally with J.D. Vance in Youngstown, Ohio, responded to the Democrat Senate candidate's call to kill and confront MAGA movement. Let's listen to what they have to say.
Tim Ryan said that we need to kill and confront what he called the extremist movement. He was referring to the people in line here. What are your thoughts about a Senate candidate saying that we need to kill and confront a movement of Americans?
Can I say Tim Ryan's a turd? Am I allowed to?
Go for it.
He's a turd.
You got free reign.
He's a turd.
Well, I think it's evident in every single state right now. They're trying to knock us down as quick as possible, so we're silenced.
I I think that man's out of his mind. He's a phony. He's a fake. He's a typical Democrat. We're Americans, just like he is. Just because I believe in one thing and not the other, you're going to kill me? That's bullcrap, man.
And there you have it. It's bullcrap. Again, these people should be held accountable and responsible for the rhetoric that they put out that are now costing Americans their lives. To me, that links them to violence, to murder. This guy right here, I want to call the old Turtle Man out. Mitch McConnell, Turtle Man. It's time for you to go bye-bye. So just 7% view Mitch McConnell favorable. Remember, he rode Donald Trump's coattails right there in 2019. So just 7% view Senator Mitch, the Turtle Man McConnell, the Republican from Kentucky, favorable, down from 31% in 2020 when former President Donald Trump, which is still my president, was leading the Republican Party. So this poll went out on Wednesday. It has a bunch of numbers here. If you guys want to catch it, you can catch it there in Breitbart. But they've been tracking this from November 18 of 2017 till September 20th of 2022. Mitch McConnell has not seen numbers this low in quite a while. It's not the first time that Mitch McConnell's approval rating or favorability rating has hit single digits. This guy's been in trouble before. And remember, he reached out and cried to Donald Trump and begged him for help to get reelected. And Trump bailed him out. So what did he do? He did everything possible to ruin Trump, to distract, to completely roadblock Trump. When all this stuff was going on, the leader of the minority group should have been out in front of everybody, calling this out for what it was, standing up for Donald Trump, and demanding justice. And Mitch McConnell did absolutely none of that. And it's time for Mitch McConnell to lose his seat in Kentucky. It's time to get somebody else in there. So let's read the next one. Let's talk about Joe Biden. Powell contradicts Biden, says inflation still too high. Now, I'm not going to read much of this article. We've been talking about it for months and months and months. You can grab it in Breitbart. But the Fed chief, Jerome Powell, does not agree with President Joe Biden on inflation. At a press conference on Wednesday, Powell said that inflation has not fallen, directly contradicting the resident's assertion on 60 Minutes over the weekend that inflation had fallen and prices were now rising. Just an inch, hardly at all. So remember, I talked about that just a day or two ago. Biden claiming that everything's on the mend, everything's good. Trust me, I know what I'm doing. Inflation's dropping. Heck, I even did a video where I laughed so hard I fell out of my chair. Lies. Contradicting him, calling him a liar. So let's listen to, or let's see what old Elizabeth Warren had to say about this. You know, the lady who got her college paid for because she went out and told everybody that she was a Native American. Just look at her. She looks very Native to me. Elizabeth Warren slams Fed's interest rate hike as extreme. Now, I got Andy coming back on the show here very, very soon. We talk about the economy. We talk about digital currency and everything that's going on, interest rates. We talk about the housing market and what's going on. And we keep telling you guys, the Fed has two choices here. They're either going to allow this thing to continuously run out of control and the economy is going to collapse, or they're going to be forced to have to raise interest rates to combat inflation, which once those interest rates get so high, the economy is going to crash. So both roads, in my opinion, lead to the same result: a catastrophic failure of the American economy, which also will include the world economy. Protect yourself, guys. Make sure that you have plenty of stuff on hand, because I don't think that this economy is going to get much better. So Senator Elizabeth Warren issued sharp criticism directed to the Federal Reserve, its decision to once again raise interest rates by 75 bias points. What is that? Those are some pretty high numbers. I think that's three quarters of a percent, I believe. I'd have to ask Andy, but even just a 0.5% is a huge jump. 75 points, people's mortgages and stuff are going to be greatly affected by this raise on the interest rate from the Fed. So pay attention to that, folks. We'll be reporting on it here at LWN and keep you informed. This one here was a little concerning to me. So a report came out of Germany that a German intelligence operates hundreds of fake right-wing accounts. Now, we know that there are a lot of fake accounts out there, especially on Twitter. But this guy is admitting about it coming out of Germany, and that they operate hundreds of fake right-wing accounts across all kinds of social programs and platforms. And they also go into detail saying that they get on there in order to be really credible. It's not enough to just share and like what others are saying. You also have to make statements yourself. This means that agents are bullying and they're agitating right-wing conservatives and getting them all fired up, getting the base fired up. I mean, we see a lot of this on YouTube. There's people out there that are constantly taking your material, attacking you. And it's not just pretending to be a conservative. It's also pretending to be a liberal. But there's a lot of people out there that say that they're conservative. They say that they're that they voted for Trump, but yet they turn around and they try to get the base fired up and angry. And to me, that's just part of these false accounts and paid actors. So thought I'd throw that out there. Now, this one here about made me fall out of my chair as well. Listen to the title: illegal aliens, which means they came here illegally. They broke our laws here in this country. So illegal aliens flown to Martha's Vineyard, filed a lawsuit against Ron DeSantis. Okay, so listen to this. This is going to make you laugh pretty good. A handful of illegal aliens flown to the elite coastal island of Martha's Vineyard on two planes chartered by Florida Governor Ron DeSantis is now suing the governor, claiming that the flights violated their 4th and 14th Amendment rights. Okay, stop right there. One, you're illegal, so you have no rights in this country. Period. End of discussion. You have no rights. So you're telling me that illegal aliens that came to this country have a 4th and a 14th Amendment right, and they are allowed to sue the governor of Florida, but yet my First Amendment right was just attacked earlier this week when I was taken down for putting out truth. Where are my rights? Why are these lawyers not standing up for LW? Why are these lawyers not standing up for other Americans across this country, filing lawsuits against lamestream? Wow, I just noticed my mic was muted. Let me go back and chat real quick and see how long my mic was muted. Okay, well, it doesn't look like it was muted too long. What the heck is going on with my software? I've never had this problem before. All of a sudden I look down and my mic is muted. I don't pay attention to chat when I'm doing headline hits because I've never had this problem before, but I look down and all of a sudden my mic is muted. Anyway, so back to the conversation. Illegal aliens filing a lawsuit because their 4th and 14th Amendments were violated by these flights. They have no rights. They have no amendments because they are here illegally. I'm fired up because these people are not filing lawsuits against these social platforms, lamestream media, for violating my right, which is the First Amendment. I have a right to free speech. I was just taken down earlier this week off of another channel because I put out truth, backed up by facts, by video facts, and I was taken down. So where is the outrage for Americans having their amendments and their rights and their liberties taken away from them? I could give a hoot about these illegal aliens and their supposed rights because they don't have any rights. They're not American citizens. You don't get to come to America illegally, and you don't have rights when you're not a citizen of America. Plain and simple. All right, next headline before I burst here. There we go. All right, Ford. We talk about supply chain all the time. Ford stocks plummeted as chain supply inflation woes cost the company $1 billion. So Ford is in trouble right now. I'm just showing you this in the headlines, guys. If you want to read it, it's in Breitbart, because I'm telling you right now, this is just the beginning. Ford is just one of many, many companies that are really going to, in my opinion, we're getting ready to enter into the fourth quarter of the year. And third quarter is not going to be good for a lot of businesses. Fourth quarter is really going to be bad. We're coming into the cold months. A lot of supply chain issues still to this day. Jeff B was just telling me yesterday his sales are down like 3,000%. Not 300, but 3,000. A lot of businesses out there are barely hanging on, and it's because of the inflation. And this inflation never had to happen. This is all caused by the Biden administration and by the Democrats. This is all caused because they went in with their policies that have been nothing but failure after failure after failure. And this is what you get when you want a socialist country. This is what you get when you vote blue. All right, this one here is absolutely disgusting. I'm going to give you guys a little heads up. Whew. Man, California, it just seems like it keeps getting worse and worse and worse. For those of you living in California, God bless you. California will now allow, now listen to me, will allow. This isn't something that still has to be talked about. This is something that Governor Gavin Newsom just signed, a bill. California will now allow human composting after death to combat, oh yes, climate change. You think I'm making this up? I'm not. The far left state of California further embraced this neo-paganism this week when Democrat Governor Gavin Newsom signed a bill into law. He signed a bill into a law allowing the practice of composting dead human beings to better combat climate change. What does that mean? Well, for some of those people in California that maybe take their own trash to the dump, there may be a day that they go out to the local dump and there's human remains out there. Now, how do you think that will affect criminals when they want to dispose of a body? Heck, now they can just take it to the dump, throw it away like a meaningless piece of trash. This is horrible, folks. This is absolute disgusting. This is what our world has become. I'd get the hell out of California. All right, this lady, absolute insane and insanity as well. I read this article and went, why are people voting for these people? Why do people insist on believing and being part of the left and being a Democrat? This is the most disgusting things I've ever seen in my entire life, from transgender ideology to grooming our children, to abortion, to now throwing dead bodies in a local landfill. All this stuff is just absolutely disturbing. And for people, I just had a guy make a comment earlier today, and I booted him out, and with pleasure, I booted him out. They're so brainwashed. I've never in my entire life thought that people could be this stupid and this brainwashed to believe what comes out of these politicians' mouths, to believe what the left puts out, to believe what mainstream media puts out. It's very disturbing that we have people here in America and around the world that buy into all of this stuff. I really think that they should not reproduce because it's bad for it's bad for our humanity for these people to actually have children and to raise them this way. Stacey Abrams, fetal heartbeat, a manufactured sound to outlaw abortion. You can't get any crazier than some of this stuff, folks. Georgia Democrat Stacey Abrams aired her abortion extremism this week when she suggested that fetal heartbeats are manufactured sounds designed to control a woman's body. There's no such thing as a heartbeat at 6 weeks. Is this woman a doctor? I think not. Don't think she is. So here's the spin that the left puts out there to enrage their base about Roe v. Wade. She said before a panel, it is a manufactured sound designed to convince people men have a right to take control of a woman's body. Hey man, I don't want to take control of any woman's body, nor do I want to claim to be a woman. I just want people to know their rights, and I want to protect the innocent, which are the unborn, from murder. It's pretty simple. Why I back the reversal of Roe v. Wade and why I hope that all states will make it illegal. Now, there are extreme cases. I understand that. But for people to use abortion as a form of birth control, I think is absolutely disgusting. Shame on them. And it should not be available to them. And for this woman to come out and say that that a heartbeat of a baby at 6 weeks is a manufactured sound breaks my heart, because as a father, I was fortunate enough to hear all of my kids' heartbeat at 6 weeks. I was there for the doctor's appointments, and I went in and then they did an ultrasound and they put the little mic on the belly, and I got to hear my kids' heartbeat for the very first time. And, you know, I personally believe that life starts at conception. I don't believe any other way. As soon as the egg is fertilized, that's life for me. And I wouldn't trade that sound for anything in the world. There's not enough money to pay me to miss out on that sound of that heartbeat at 6 weeks, and to say that that's manufactured and it's not real. These people are godless. Do you guys not understand that the left is godless? They're godless people. For Nancy Pelosi and Joe Biden to pretend like they're Catholic, they're far from Catholic. They're far from anything that is related to God. The left are godless. They want this country to be godless. They want this country to basically be a Sodom and Gomorrah. All right? Immoral, and no values, sleep with whatever you want, sleep with whoever you want, pretend to be a boy, pretend to be a girl, kill babies, open borders. I mean, this is a godless country. And it's up to us to put God back in this country. Sorry, folks. I know it's taken a little bit long today, but I'm just chill. All right. The House Democrats kill resolution to investigate Hunter Biden. Boy, imagine that. We didn't see that coming at all. House Democrats on the Oversight Committee on Tuesday voted against the Republican resolution that would order President Joe Biden's administration to turn over documents about Hunter Biden's business dealings. The resolution of inquiry, led by Representative James Comer, a Republican from Kentucky, the top Republican on the Oversight Committee, would have ordered Biden's administration to provide a plethora of documents about the Biden's overseas business dealings, including those involving the president's son, Hunter Biden. So, you know, the movie My Son Hunter, it's a very powerful documentary right now. It's all over the internet. You guys should grab it and watch it and share it with all your friends. But the Democrats, remember, I keep saying this over and over and over again. Here is the saying. The saying is, evil has to protect itself and truth will stand alone. So this evil right now, the entire corrupt Biden family and administration, has to be protected by the other evil, the Democrat Party, and some evil Republicans. But the truth, It's going to come out. Hey, there we have it. Too Strong. How are you doing? Man, I'd sure like to get a hold of you guys. I've been trying to get a hold of you guys last night. Let me finish up here and then I'll address you guys. I think what you guys are doing on your show over there is truly amazing. Calling people out. It's awesome. All right. This one right here. Listen, folks, I don't care if you're Democrat. I don't care if you're Republican. This is concerning to me. I don't know how much of this is really driven from CRUZ himself or by bystanders spinning things. It's circulating in the news. I'm not going to throw stones at CRUZ. I'm just going to say, CRUZ, if this is true, brother, you better back it up a little bit there. So Ted Cruz caves to the Democrat Amy Klobuchar. I probably said her name wrong. I tried to even practice that. But you guys know who I'm talking about on the media cartel bill. So this is important, folks, because this bill right here means more and more censorship. And it seems like so far, now let's give it some time. Let's let things unfold, because remember, sometimes these things come out and everybody jumps to conclusions right off the bat. My question to Ted Cruz is, did you really do this? Are you turning on your base? Are you caving to the left and allowing this new legislation, which he's holding it up right now in the committee out there? He's holding this up. He's been holding it up for a while, but now he's talking about changing the language in the bill and allowing it to go to the full Congress to be voted on. And this right here, folks, is more censorship, and it's not good. Ted Cruz, I am pleading with you right now. If you are thinking about throwing the towel in on this, rethink it. Get back in the fight. We're here to support you. We're here to back you up. We don't want this stuff becoming a law across all 50 states in America. So this article is in Breitbart. If you guys want to check it out, it's Ted Cruz. He caves on the media cartel bill, but there's Republicans out there standing up for us. Tom Cotton comes out and says about that bill that conservatives should oppose the media cartel bill that will lead to more censorship. So that's the concerning factor for me when Senator Tom Cotton comes out and says, hey, conservatives, we need to stand up against this. It's called the Journalism Competition and Preservation Act, the JCPA, because it will lead to more censorship. Listen, folks, it's pretty bad, the things that are going on in our country today. And I keep saying over and over again, the only way to make that change is to become the change yourself. Getting involved at your local level, starting at your school boards, city council, county commissioners, and start getting involved in the voting process, paying attention, going out there and helping America first, God first candidates, and really making a difference to change the face of America. And it's not going to change overnight. This isn't something that's going to change in 2022, not even in 2024. This is going to take many years of us getting involved, teaching our kids how to get involved, teaching our grandkids and how to get involved, and paying attention to what's going on in our world and holding these politicians accountable, whether they're Republican, Democrat, it doesn't matter. Lost the internet. All right, I'm going to drop my email in chat for Too Strong. You guys want to reach out to me? Here's my email. We can have a conversation. I'd love to hear from you guys. I jump over there before my show goes on. I check you guys out. Too Strong. These guys have some great information that they put out all week long. They really do some deep dives and have some great conversations and great material out there. They're putting out the truth, folks, and they're uncovering the deception, the lies, and all the other stuff. So if you guys want to grab that email and shoot me one, I'd love to have a conversation with you, because I'd like to bring the guys on LWN. I think they have a lot that they can teach us, share, share with us, and unite this country. So thanks for joining us today, folks. I'm pretty much done for the week. I'll be back. We'll have a show tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but I won't be back until Monday. It's the weekend. Love y'all. God bless.